Welcome on back, everyone, to another thrilling episode of the Trash Panda Detective Agency. I'm your host, Pando, and my co-host,
Kitty.
Ding,
Wake
ding,
up,
ding,
my
ding.
darling. Hello, my cat. Hello, my gang. Time down.
So if you were here for the previous episode, you know that we failed immediately. We're doing really terribly, despite the fact that our voice acting is on point.
Listen, C's get degrees, okay?
Yes, our powers of deduction have been found wanting, and we're gonna pass, but barely. So we're currently just trying to find the exact right evidence to present to the right statement. We think we're gonna try maybe the original idea of.
Oh,
I'm back now. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. Sorry, yeah, my audio cut out. Sorry, but it's back. And everything looks like it's still recording fine. So
We're doing great.
Great. Awesome. So we're going to go with the original attempt here and see if that's it. If it's not it, we're going to save scum if we have to. So
We'll be fine.
we'll be fine. Okay, let's give it a go.
All right.
Okay, that was the one. So
Listen, we're so smart.
honestly, so I feel like the bottle should have been enough. It's the murder weapon.
That should have been enough. Yeah, 100%.
So immediately I was like, because remember I was like, let's use the autopsy thing. And then I read the bottle though. And I was like, okay, no, we can use this too. They should bring us to the same place. But then when the bottle didn't do it, I was like, oh, well then maybe it's not the autopsy record. Anyway, so the game ruined us there. Anyway.
Sure did.
Oh, really? Strangled, you say? That's odd. Normal customers only choke on borscht. No, I mean this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. Hack! Ms. O'Reilly, really now? Did you witness the crime?
How did you catch that plate?
Wow.
Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and like everything.
Yet it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor. Here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation.
Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? This head certainly was hit, but I mean, it's not adding up. It's weird. Is it just me, or does the court feel it?
But I have seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at the victim, his neck. Oh, really, Miss O'Reilly? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time.
Justice, I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more.
What do you mean? I found a contradiction.
There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me.
Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination.
There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it.
There's such a thing as talking aloud too much, too.
That night... Oh. Okay, we already said this stuff, right? So we have to find a new thing.
It's cold with the hat. Hand on locket. Terrible.
After the defendant tried to strangle victim, he hit him with a bottle. Should we press that, I guess?
The ending, so yes.
You didn't say anything about hitting before. Sorry, I must be forgetting this,
Witness, you will take greater care with your testimony. No dilly-dally.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. And that clears up the discrepancy with the autopsy report, I believe. The defendant made to strangle his victim, then changed his mind. And chose a simpler, blunter means to do the job. Yes, that sums it up nicely. So he strangled him, then hit him. Something's fishy about all of this.
Go ahead. I believe you know what it is you need to do.
Right, sir. Leave it to me. Oh, right. So he's going to say that same thing again.
All right.
Should we look at the new photo we got from the court record?
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Okay, so he's also very clearly not wearing the locket in this one. Is this maybe the time
His
we use the
hat.
locket?
Also, he's not wearing his hat.
Well, they took it off for the crime photo. They said that.
Oh, locket. Oh, yeah, you're right. This might be the time we asked about the locket.
Mm-hmm.
Just while we're here.
Yeah.
Just real
Yes,
quick,
we've already
we've gotten
burned
a-
so much. So.
We've got, yeah, I was like, we've gone through actual distance now.
Mhm.
All right. Photo time.
Yeah, that's good. You know, there was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean?
Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about?
Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck, I believe she said. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar. No, but look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
Do you see a locket on the victim's neck?
Do you see a locket on the victim's neck?
It works perfectly.
Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this.
But what does it mean?
If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death.
Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor.
It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no?
Taking it off? Wait, you don't mean...
The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Oh? Defendant, what do you have to say to this? Say, yes? I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you? Oh, you mean this? Yes, it's a locket with a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter.
Come again?
Mr. Wright, you have a daughter?
We confirmed at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter. So Mr. Wright has a locket too? Why don't I buy that this is just a coincidence?
Well now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game. I'm not the only one that wants to know still.
Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost badly.
Miss O'Reilly, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant? Hell yeah. Serious competition.
The game begins with 3,500 point-in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was a victim. For last hand, defendant play with all chips on table and lose. The moment loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and...
Ow! I hit my knee.
Oh my God, I heard it. I think the folks at home heard it too.
Type in ow in the comments if you heard my knee get shattered. Indeed, looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game.
As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
Oh, how many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and now I have a common tale but true.
Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies.
Oh, the good times on the silver screen.
Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong.
We're here to press it.
But press it real good.
Good.
Are those the usual starting points? Were any special rules used?
No, not special. Usual game, usual rules.
If each man begins with 3,500 points, then the total would be, exactly 7,000 points. See how quickly I did that math.
Please, this isn't calculus. It's not even long division.
I love it.
I know. Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used?
Of course.
Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? Press harder.
Yeah.
Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips.
Explain? What is there to be explained?
Jesus.
Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips, and not a chip off the old block, not a motorcycle
They're
cop.
not?
Thanks.
Who thought that they were?
Now that I've pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even?
Niet. As I have been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Hard perhaps for a capitalist to understand. 2 types of chip. 100 points chip and 1,000 points chip. It is not money, da.
Justice,
Sir,
don't you find their comment interesting?
in more ways than one, sir.
I'd have it added to her testimony. Just saying myself.
Well, does the defense want the witness to add to her testimony?
Yeah,
Yeah, it feels like we should, yeah.
because I think we have to do a little bit of maths there.
Yeah.
Yes, I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this.
Very well. Witness, if you would be so kind.
Your Honor.
Okay, so one is worth 100 and one's 1,000, and she said the small ones. So if there's, okay, so there's supposed to be 7,000 chips in total, and this is all of them. So
3, 6, 9,000, 10,000.
So they're already way over then, right?
Yeah, and then those are 400, 500. That's 10,600.
So I think
On
this
the
is
table.
immediately a discrepancy then, right?
Yeah, because we're only supposed to have the 7.
Yep, 7 total.
Yeah. So that'll be on this one.
I think it's actually the new testimony that she pulled out.
Oh, you think
maybe.
it'll be on this?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Nice.
You're sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure? It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won, if you're not in kindergarten.
Just for safety's sake and the court record, could you explain the problem to the court for the court record?
Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points? Why, the big ones, of course. Duh. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. The totals? Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points.
Yes. If my calculations are correct, which they are because I have superior brain power, let's see, 3 plus 1, carry the 5.
They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100, and you add them up, how much is it? Do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony.
Oh my heavens, my stars.
Why? How could this be?
Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why.
Right. There's only one possible way to explain this contradiction.
Both
They're all
are
right. Yeah.
The little ones are 1,000, the big
Yeah.
ones are the 100s.
Yeah. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then there can be only one answer.
Well, what is it? We're all the court record wants to know.
The value of the chips was the other way around. What? Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness! Utter madness!
Show me that photograph of the chips again, please. Bring it up. Come on the screen. Yes, there are 6 small chips. And then the 10 large chips. So counting that would make it... Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up.
Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself.
Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it. But wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing!
Indeed, the victim did have the larger number of chips still.
Exactly. If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table.
The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points and Phoenix had 4,100.
Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. That's impossible! My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning. Yeah! Now, Ms. O'Reilly, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you?
Eek!
Order in my court. It appears our defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must now ask ourselves whether we can trust the witness's testimony or... excuse me, what is it, Miss O'Reilly?
I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see,
See what, Ms. O'Reilly? What do we see?
in the last hand, there was cheat.
My pearls.
A cheat? You don't mean... a trick?
Wait, or do you mean a scam?
They're all the same thing.
Yes, there was cheat in the last hand. That is why game ends with chips as they are.
Great. Just great. First we have lying, now cheating.
Well,
This case certainly has taken a turn. For the interesting.
Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand.
Wowee.
Right? The final hand.
The last hand, both men had full house. There is 4 of each card in deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took a bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith.
Miss O'Reilly, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers.
A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Yes, I know this. Not easy to make in my experience, because I've played a lot.
That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics. Mr. Gavin? What's a full house? Lawyers these days. You don't know your poker?
I can't say this bodes well for your case or your career.
What is this? Some kind of secret court poker ring?
Justice. You know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 pair a kind, yes?
Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number make a pair, and 3 makes a 3 of a kind.
Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and the 1 3 of a kind. That's a full house.
That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it? You can see each player's hands in this photo. Wow, they both have full houses. We forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat?
All right.
Just how hard is it to make a full house anyway?
It is quite hard. It is making a pair and a 3 of a kind at the same time.
I guess that's right.
Very difficult, to be sure. You can take my word as the poker head of courtroom number 3.
Very difficult, but is not impossible.
Okay, full house hard, this line of questioning, a waste of time.
Sweet.
4 of each card, you say?
There is 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 club for each card. It is interesting fact that this number 4 comes from number of seasons.
Huh? You don't say.
And did you know that the cards are numbered 1 through 13? Add all the cards in the deck and you get 3, 6, 4 a year.
Huh, you don't say. Isn't that 1 day short? That's why each deck has 2 jokers. They say the second joker stands for the leap year. Thus, you have a perfect representation of the year, all in a deck of cards. Huh, you don't say. We're going to be in this courtroom for a year if it keeps going like this.
Just gonna do a quick
Oh, yeah.
little...
Saveroo.
It's been a minute. Been a little minute. Been a minute.
How was it clear?
Well, the defendant, he played a 5th ace.
5th ace?
I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's 2.
Obviously, cheating was afoot. Or perhaps I should say, a hand.
No, Payne, no. Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's jokes.
Very well. The witness will add this to detail to her testimony, please. Goodness.
Should we ask her
Okay.
about that?
Yeah, I want to see which one's the one that's doubled.
It is the... There's no... Yeah, wait, there's
Oh,
no...
no.
There's only 4 aces in this photo.
Yeah, I thought they were saying that there was 5 aces, but that's not the case. And then
Mhm.
the...
So that's already
other
a
ones are-
clear contradiction, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would...
3 aces and 2. Yeah, let's present this.
Mhm.
Boom. Roasted.
It appears the witness is mistaken.
Miss Taken? But my name...
Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony.
That's the photo of the chips, is it not? I wish they had guac.
Justice, perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point.
Yes. Please point out the contradiction in this photo with the laser and enhance it, please. What particular point contradicts the witness's testimony?
So it's the aces, right?
I was like, yeah, it's the aces. I'm like, I can't point to both, so I'm just going to point to one set. Oh, no.
It's here, of course.
It's where?
Oh, no.
Oh no, where is your point?
I forgot who he said had 2 aces.
3. It was the other side, yeah.
Right, who he's... Yeah.
Oh, okay, we get the
Okay,
point
yeah.
again. He's forgiving.
Mhm. I think you just pointed on the king, yeah. Oh, it worked anyway.
It counts. It's just his
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah. Miss O'Reilly, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces, but as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces.
Eek!
Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question. Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating all right, and it's going on right here in this courtroom.
Oh!
Oh my, good one, Apollo.
2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. See how quickly I did the math there? Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating, I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day.
You're right to trust your instincts.
Mr. Gavin?
Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
What might that be, Mr. Gavin?
If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards.
The
Car
car.
cards.
Sorry. I got really excited about that. Sorry.
You really did.
Yeah.
Mr. Payne,
Yes.
the player's hand that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request the cards be shown to the court.
Very well. The prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards?
If these cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will.
You're right. You're so right, Apollo. Oh my god.
Now, which of these hands is more suspicious? The victim's hand?
Victim, yeah.
Mhm. It was the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards.
Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would, bring those over here.
Very well. The victim's hand.
Well, time's a wasting. Get to it, Justice.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles. Try using RS to turn it every which way, and Y and X to zoom in and out. That should give you a better perspective on the case.
Okay, let's do this.
Sick. Are we just gonna examine Bluey?
Yeah, I think that's what you have to do, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what? Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's cards, the back is a different color.
That's impossible. But I put that card in Wright's hand.
What was that, Miss O'Reilly?
No, niet. I merely said that. I have.
Your Honor.
Mr. Gavin, yes.
Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker?
To cheat, I don't cheat.
I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. The dealer.
Oh.
Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss O'Reilly?
She's a cheater. A professional, I'd wager.
Order in my court.
Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. I mean, of her mistake. Your Honor.
No, Paulo. Stop talking.
Isn't he already so endearing?
Yes.
Please recall the testimony we just heard.
That's impossible. But I put that card in Wright's hand.
Ergo, Miss Olga O'Reilly conspired to cheat, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shoddy Smith. Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim.
What? Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly, are you?
Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. And if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. The defense accuses the witness, Ms. Olga O'Reilly, of murder.
Oh!
Nice. Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly?
It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Justice,
Your Honor.
it seems you've presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith.
And that means
This court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
what? I did it. I held out.
I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries. I'm a busy man, and what?
Mr. Wright?
You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet.
What nonsense is the defendant spewing now?
Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means?
What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous!
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night that we all know because it's on the court record. As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night.
That was said before.
The 2 decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck.
Why use different colored backs?
If we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed.
You used different colors and they still got mixed up.
We used the red deck for the last game. I see. But that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. Whatever. In the end, 1 card of the wrong color got into the mix. Which means there was cheating.
Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet this card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo?
Yes?
Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think, in the last game, when was the last card swapped?
When?
There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder.
Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was swapped.
Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne. Or it might not. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped?
When was the card swapped into the deck? So apparently everyone thinks the blue cards were the final hand. But these are all the red cards in this
With
hand.
1 blue mixed in, yeah.
So was it after the murder?
They had blue.
Yeah, the top card is a blue card, right, for the deal?
Yeah, and they were using red card.
Like the hands are red cards. So
Yeah.
was it swapped in after the death?
I think so?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I mean, it seems to be the
After the murder seems the easiest to manipulate the scene, you know?
Mm-hmm. Perhaps it happened after the murder?
Oh no.
What's that? Ridiculous! What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly! Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible. Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible. Oh, even when the backs of the cards are a different color? If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time.
Oh, quite true. That would mean the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder.
Okay, this is going past silly and straight on to crazy. I ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that?
Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us. There's another. I mean, yes. Simple, yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card?
Who?
The game and the murder is done. The victim is dead. Only 2 remain in the room, alive that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga O'Reilly.
Okay, so who was it that swapped the red card for a blue?
Wouldn't have been Olga because Phoenix was dialing?
guess so, yeah.
Or someone else?
I think it would be Olga. Or it's someone after. Like it's someone else.
We
But
don't know yet. Yeah.
I would say I would try, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it was happened during the like the crime scene investigation.
It's
Or it's probably
definitely
Olga.
possible.
Yeah. We could try
Or
it.
it's Olga.
Why, it must have been Olga O'Reilly who swapped the cards. She was trying to cover up evidence of the cheating.
That does make some sense. Sorry, but there's a problem with that explanation.
Huh?
The swapped card was from the wrong deck. Yes, a blue card was stuck into a red hand. Mixing a card from the wrong deck when the backs are different colors? Remember that you're talking about Olga O'Reilly. She was the dealer. Do you really think she would make such a novice mistake?
Actually, I have trouble imagining even the judge making that mistake.
Give it a little more thought, Apollo.
Okay, so it's someone else.
It's someone else.
The one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Right, of course. And, well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga O'Reilly either.
What are you suggesting?
That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As a defense, I think it would only make sense for you to name Miss O'Reilly at this point.
Yes, I know. But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card.
And if that card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? Sharing is caring. Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking how much of fun this all is.
Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the card wasn't the defendant, and it wasn't Ms. O'Reilly, then who was it? Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it?
Precisely.
Huh?
I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. A new direction? Is that One Direction band I've heard of? We'll find that indeed after the murder. Someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hands, and that someone made two critical mistakes.
I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card.
Because the one who did the swap didn't know two colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card.
Right. The person replaced the fifth ace with a king.
I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a fifth ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from a table and swapped it in.
But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist.
True. Not until now. But you have to admit the possibility of a fourth person. Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime.
What?
I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials. Ridiculous, Mr. Wright.
This trial has proceeded on one central assumption, namely that at the time of the incident there were only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption? The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court, you idiot. I suppose that is a problem, yes. Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Very well, the trial will resume in 20 minutes.
Is that a
And
good?
I'm gonna say that's our call time.
Okay, great. I'm just going to let this finish typing really quick. Okay, great. Well, this has been really fun. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here.
Comment borscht if you hung out to the end of the episode.
The BBC.
BBC.
And thank you so much for hanging. And we'll come back for, I'm guessing it's going to be the thrilling conclusion of this trial, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
We'll
I feel
find
like
out.
the first trials are always the shortest. Bye.
You're right. I panic buyed.